Deadheading. Some people think that deadheading is coming along and just cutting off the very tip where a dead flower was, like this. However, it is not going to have the effect as being more aggressive. So the point of deadheading is to trick the plant's natural life cycle habit. Natural life cycles to reproduce. And so that means it wants to flower and make a seed and die. That's the annual's whole life cycle. They want to flower, make a seed, and die. That's it. So they put all their energy into making seeds. In this case, instead of just snipping off all the spent blooms here, I'm going to come down, hit the main stalk that is 90% spent blooms and just maybe 2 or 3 of new ones. And this is going to put out a whole new stalk of more flowers. Snipping it right here, yes, it'll prevent this from making a seed, but it doesn't help it generate a new branch of growth. So that's what we want to encourage. We want to encourage a bunch of more blooms. So we're going to come in a little more aggressive, almost like we're shaping the plant to remove the bulkiness of it. We don't just want to stop the seeds from forming, but we want to also encourage new bushy growth with flowers. So one part of it is stopping seeds and the other part is encouraging the new growth. If there's a plant that's got more seed heads or more spent blooms than fresh blooms, then it's probably a good time to give it a snipping. Scissors can work for this. It's really doesn't matter what you use, but if you just get in the habit of making that a routine, you will have a healthier and prettier garden. 2 weeks ago, I came in and deadheaded this little section of flowers, really aggressive, and you can see they've already been filling in with new blooms. And I will let this continue for about another week, and then I will trim it aggressively again. As soon as I start to see more seed pods than blooms is how I determine the frequency. Between the heavy trimmings, what I do is I will just pop off any few that I see here and there. But other than that, you will have consistent blooms throughout the seasons like this if you do aggressive deadheading.
But honestly, I see so many gardeners who are limited by their own little disorders that I want to share these today. One issue I see is prunophobia. It's the fear of making that first cut. Another one is seed attachment syndrome, the refusal to remove your wilted blooms because you want all the seeds. Come on, you only need to keep 1 or 2. Another is branch separation anxiety. You just feel like the plant is too precious to trim, and we know that's not true. It actually needs the trimming. And last but not least is chronic tool misuse. When you tackle blooms with the wrong pruners, just use scissors or hand pruners for this job. That's all that's needed. So if you happen to find yourself struggling with any of these disorders, please feel free to reach out in the comments and I'll be happy to guide you through overcoming any of them. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again on this garden channel.